Hello, Aries. Welcome. Okay, that one stuck out. Welcome to your April soul session. I am Princess India. If you are new and if you are family, welcome back, my friend and whatnot, or whatever. Happy birthday. It's Aries season. Dag nabbit, son of a gun. I hope that your birthday is amazing. Whether you see this, before or after your birthday. I hope that your birthday is freaking amazing, Aries. So I'm going to be doing an overall energy as well as a challenge for you guys. And then we're getting into a more specific spread where we're going to be looking at what you guys may be encountering on this month. So the first card out, interesting. Your overall energy, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. And you guys' challenge is the Three of Cuppies. Interesting. So first thing that comes to me, Aries, and this may sound weird, but I'm just going to be straightforward. The first impression that comes to me is some truth coming out or something being revealed at a party. And we know that usually the messages I get are not always that straightforward, you know what I mean? But that's literally the first impression that I get. So the first thing that would come to mind, i.e., be talking about your birthday season, this very well can be a celebration for your birthday. It could be a birthday dinner, it could be birthday brunch, it could be, a gathering. The truth may not necessarily affect you. I mean, it could. But and then I'm thinking as well, I believe it's my son's birthday, actually. His birthday's on the 8th of April, but there's an eclipse that's happening on that day. And I also think that's the same day that Mercury goes retrograde as well. It's a whole bunch of, cuckoo banana stuff that's happening in the sky. But with eclipses, a lot of times energy like that happens. So the thing that I would say, not just because it is my child's birthday, but I would mark that on your calendar. If you're also an April 8th baby, happy birthday. But I would mark that on your calendar for the eclipse and just be kind of mindful, because I mean, you could look at any astrologer that's on YouTube. There's gobs of stuff about this particular eclipse, and like all the planets being in the 12th house and stuff like that. And that being like a big epic shift that is, gonna change things within the next year to 2 years, and quite possibly up to the next 14 years. Yeah, it's a big deal. So look into that. But the first specific message that I have is something being revealed at a party. So, keep that in mind. But anywho, making this a little bit more broad in general, I do still feel that this is a sense of a truth that is going to come out or be revealed. It may not necessarily be something, ground shaking, but I also cannot tell you that that is not the case. Let me move my microphone closer to me. But I also cannot tell you that that is not the case. But I do feel it's going to be something pretty epic this month that and I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, exposure, like expose type of thing. It could be something as simple as something you've been lying to yourself about, you know what I mean? Like something and I actually said this in my weekly reading this week. I was talking about in the connection sessions how in the spread I have a card that is the subconscious impressions and projections. And I was saying that the energy I was feeling like for the last week of March, that it was similar to that. And I would say the same with this as well, to where it could be something subconscious with you, like a pattern that you're stuck in or a behavior that you've been engaging in. And it's something that's been, beneath the surface subconsciously. And it's this particular thing coming to, the forefront, you know what I mean? But I feel whatever it is that, comes to the light, whatever it is that's revealed, I do believe that there's an element of shock to it, just because it's something you didn't know, and it, could kind of catch you off guard, like, oh, wow, you know what I mean? But with your challenge being the 3 of Cups, of course, it's pretty much saying to, reach out to your friends, reach out to your community for support, or more or less kind of look at the bright side of it. Because, whenever something, I can't remember how that little quote goes. Oh, yeah. It's better to be uh forewarned or forearmed or something like that. It's better to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Put it in the comments if you know what I'm trying to say. But I feel it's kind of one of those situations. Like, it's better off for you knowing, because once upon a time you didn't know. It's better for you to know than for this to still be kind of hidden, if that makes sense. I hope and pray that that makes sense. So looking at you guys, more specific spread, your central energy, which is representing you guys in the month of April, we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Your past influence, interesting. We have the 6 of Cuppies in the reverse. Your above energy, which is your potential outcome. I am here for that. We have the 10 of Cuppies, your hidden influence. Oh, that reminds me of what I just said. We have the Devil, that is Capricorn energy. And then moving forward, what to look out for, moving into the latter part of April into May, we have the 8 of Wands. So in all honesty, this is really looking good for you guys. Birthday season, Aries. So with this 6 of Cuppies in the reverse, this is pretty much the latter part of March coming in to April. So coming out of March into April, and shout out to the the March Aries peoples. But it's a little bit of nostalgia and a desire. I don't know why I want to say craving. I have no idea. It just came up in my spirit. I'm just going with it, craving for the past, or a state and place in the past. So things being the way that they were once upon a time. So that kind of gives me the impression, Aries, that and this happens a lot of times. And I would say, depending on when your birthday is, this happens for everyone prior to their birthday, because it's like in your own chart, it's like we all go through the 12th house, before we're coming to our birthday. So a lot of people have the tendency to get like super depressed prior to their birthday, where you'll be saying things like, it's just a day, I don't have any plans, like, it's just another day, you know what I'm saying? So it very well could be that. But I feel specifically for you guys, it could even be a crisis of age, you know what I mean? Because every time your birthday comes up, I just feel, not necessarily by happenstance, but it forces you to kind of be in a state of self-reflection. And I feel like when you're 25, yeah, because most people go through a quarter life crisis around 25. But I feel once you hit 30, it's like, whereas it seemed like you were working on things in your life in your 20s, and, working to get somewhere, and you weren't really so much focused on time. I noticed with a lot of people, myself included, it's like once you turn 30, it's like you're just kind of really realizing, like, oh my gosh, like I'm 10 years and then I'm 40, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like fire is under your butt, and you're kind of more conscious of where you are in life and how much you have left to accomplish. And, and of course, hopefully you don't fall into the comparison trap where you start looking at people around you and seeing, what other people have going on and you're not there yet, and all those things. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this 6 of Cups. It very well could be, coming to a place to where your birthday is coming up. You're looking at your age, you're looking at, where you are in your life. You're looking at the fact of, you might be single. Once upon a time, you were in a relationship. And it's like, just considering a whole smorgasbord of things. But it's more or less desiring for a time prior to this one. So a former state in your life, it's desiring to be in that particular space. And that leads us into the card that's representing you guys coming into April, being the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So there could be some feelings of failure, feeling like you've kind of missed the mark, feeling like, you're not where it is that you should be, or feeling like you should be farther along, you should be more accomplished, you should own a home, you should have a nicer car, you know what I mean? And I have to tell you, Aries, go easy on yourself, because I'm one of those cornball people that gets on people's nerves where I feel like a person's birthday is like the most sacred, most awesome, stupendous day. Like, even if other people don't celebrate you, if other people don't plan anything, I feel it's imperative that people celebrate themselves on their birthday. Like, do not go to work on your birthday. Like, I literally just put in PTO to take off 2 days for my birthday. And I literally told my coworkers, I was like, I'm forcing myself to go get a massage. And they're like, why do you have to force yourself? And I was like, because I'm cheap and I will talk myself out of doing nice things, because I'm like, why spend money? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can massage myself, but anywho, but it could be a sense of failure. But the thing that I always tell people with this, especially looking at the energy prior to this being the Six of Cups, I really do feel like Aries may potentially be in a comparison trap. You know what I mean? And whether that's to people who are around you, or if that's just like, expectations and standards that come from, your family or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just there being a should, ought, supposed to, like a standard outside of yourself that's coming from someone else other than you. And I think that kind of commingled with that little baby dark night of the soul that we go through prior to our birthdays kind of has you guys in like a less than stellar space. You know what I mean? But then a good thing with this devil being in you guys subconscious, and I know that probably sounds kind of crazy. It's like, why would it be good that the devil is in my subconscious? I really feel this is a good thing, because this energy points me straight back to our overall energy being the Seven of Swords in reverse. And like the latter thing that I was saying, aside from something coming out at a party, when I was speaking about that subconscious energy, that's very much what this is, So this is saying to me that there's a habitual pattern that you guys are in, like I was saying before. It could be something that's, quite possibly, right underneath the surface in your subconscious. And like I said, with this eclipse energy and all of that, that's all working in your favor. Like, now would be an opportune time to like break cycles in so many words. So if there's even addictions, you know what I mean? I tell people, all the time, this was years ago, but pretty much since I was like 17, I was a hardcore smoker. Even when I first started YouTube, I still smoked cigarettes. And I was like a pack a day smoker. You know what I mean? And it was an eclipse that happened. I can't remember which year it was, y'all. It was either 2018, 2019, 17, 18, 19, somewhere up in there. And I ended up finding out that the way that the energy was if you elected to quit something during that time, like, it would stick. And I was a person where I could not quit smoking. And I really didn't want to. Can I just be honest? I was one of those smokers who loved smoking. Okay. Hopefully my video doesn't get flagged for this, but I absolutely loved it. You know what I mean? I had no desire to quit whatsoever, but it was more or less the thought of like, okay, I know how this ends type of thing. So I used a transit to quit smoking. So literally I quit it was like a 3-day period or something. So I quit during that time, and I have literally never smoked a cigarette since then. Like, it's been, years, and to say that I was so much of a hardcore smoker, I didn't think it would ever be possible for me to not smoke, but I'm a non-smoker now. You know what I'm saying? So even for those of you who have addictions, this would be an opportune time, whether it's smoking, overeating, whatever it is, this would be an opportune time to more or less like release that, or set the intention to release it. Or if it's something that's more complex, you guys always know what I say, this would be an opportune time to get connected with a friendly local neighborhood therapist. You know what I'm saying? And for others of you, this could just easily be a self-sabotatory pattern, because you guys know I always say with the Seven of Swords, what you skip will trip you up later, right? With it being in the reverse, that's the equivalent of saying like, what you skipped is tripping you up later being now. And it's realizing like, oh, I'm creating this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a self-sabotatory cycle. So this is the thing that is the hidden influence that's kind of been causing blockades in your life. And how it's positioned in the spread, I believe that this devil energy is what's really at the root of the Six of Cups in the reverse, as well as this Six of Wands in the reverse, because I feel the key is here This is more or less the energy that's been acting as a blockade. And I feel it's very much something from your past. You know what I mean? It's something that's skewing your vision. It's something that's skewing your perception. It's something that's not allowing you to see your full potential or to see the full potential in situations day to day. And it's causing you to kind of undervalue yourself and potentially, limiting beliefs holding you back from what's really for you, right? Now, what is it that is for you? This 10 of cuppies, right? Your potential outcome being the 10 of cups. Of course, we know that's emotional fulfillment. That's everything you ever wanted, the great Dundada. In my personal belief, I don't necessarily feel that necessarily includes other people or stuff or things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, of course, in the 10 of cups is depicted as like, a happy family, kids and all the things. But I don't believe that, full on great Dundada level happiness. I don't believe that that's found in other people. I believe that's a state of beingness that we cultivate within ourselves, and we choose to translate that into whatever, we want our life to look like. That could be being alone on a mountaintop. It could be, with a partner and kids. You know what I'm saying? It could be in a high-rise building at your big old executive desk. You know what I'm saying? It looks different for every person, but regardless of the situation or circumstances that you're in, that 10 of cups is going to be with you everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're rich or if you're poor, if you're partnered or if you're not. It's like you will always be in that state of 10 of cups because that's something you cultivate within yourself. And that is what the ultimate outcome is for you guys. So I think it's almost more or less for Aries by the end of April. It's more or less not saying that everything in your life is going to be perfect and you're going to be happy, but I feel it's almost like with this devil energy coming to the forefront and revealing itself to you, whether it's a pattern of addiction, a pattern of thinking, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is for you specifically, it's that coming into the forefront and you seeing, oh gosh, like this is what's been holding me back, or this perspective is what's been holding me back. And it's you getting this glimpse of this 10 of cups and seeing, wow, like this could really be mine. This is really obtainable. You know what I'm saying? And I feel once that realization comes, that's how we get to this 8 of wands and your what to look out for. And I really feel, guys, this is interesting. Aries, I mean, those of you who are on the network, you're good because we have an astrologer on the network. So y'all can go talk to Beidou, about all of the astrology things and goings ons, because I think she has some things that she's going to be posting up in April about all of this stuff. So y'all are Gucci. But I say for all of you guys who are my subbies, like, scroll through YouTube and try to find out as much as you can about this eclipse, because with this being the 8 of wands, and that's of course an energy card and it's forward movement, swift forward movement. You know what I'm saying? This really says to me overall that this is kind of like meeting God halfway, if I could say it that way. It's like Aries being at this crossroads in your life. And I feel like it's an opportune time because it's your solar return. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little baby new year for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, the astrological new year, all the things, right? All of this super great, fresh energy. But I really feel like the energy is working in your favor. And I feel Aries, you guys have the characteristics and the traits, inherently in your astrological personality to, be able to trailblaze something. It's like you guys can understand the assignment and execute. So why I say to really look at the astrology with this is to kind of educate yourself and to work in accordance with the energies, because I feel if you guys can get a glimpse of what it is that you really want and what it is you're going after, like what your personal 10 of cups is, and you use this energy of the 8 of wands, which is this transit that's happening, this eclipse. I don't really know if you call that a transit. I mean, I guess it is because it's moving, but anyway. But if you use this astrological energy to your favor, it's kind of like you can hop on the train and fast track. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like riding the coattails of it. You know what I mean? So you guys are kind of in a bit of a the is not of the is not is paradigm coming into April. But I really feel like this month for you guys could be hella transformational. And according to what the astrology looking like, child, transformational for the next 14 years and whatnot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Aries, that has been your soul session for April. Most definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I love your freaking face. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see you guys sooner than later. And happy birthday again, Aries. Happy solar return. I don't really know what Aries do. What is y'all sign? Is it like that? That would be more Taurus, wouldn't it? Would Aries be like this? You know, does this look like an Aries? I think, you know, because like the little horns, you know what I'm saying? You think that's accurate? Let me know in the comments. Like this is Aries, I think. I don't really know what else I would do. I kind of feel like this would be accurate. Why do I keep doing this? I feel like this would be accurate. Maybe something like that. Because doesn't that look like what the little, you know, thing looks like for Aries? Y'all let me know which one you think is more accurate. Is it this one, or is it 2? I kind of like 2. 2 makes me feel festive. Okay, it's enough of that. I love your face.